Hello you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Ruby, I live in New York City, and this is my lifestyle channel. So if you like what you see, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. We're trying to reach 7K. That is the next goal here for this channel. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on my TikTok as well. We're about to hit 20,000 over there, which is just truly wild. As you can already tell from the title of today's video, we have yet another makeup haul. However, I am really excited for today's haul video because it is featuring Colourpop and Cosmetics. I haven't placed an order with Colourpop in literally years, probably since high school when I was still filming my YouTube videos in my bedroom in Nashville. And I've actually never ordered from Cosmetics before, but recently they have been coming out with products that I've been seeing all over my TikTok, and I'm like, okay, I need to try like a lot of these things. So many things were just speaking to me. And then like I said, with Colourpop, I haven't placed an order from them in years, and I've really just been having fun with like playing with makeup again, getting into really kind of working on my skill set when it comes to makeup. You guys obviously don't always see that in my videos. It's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. When I have a day off, I've just really been enjoying playing with makeup and kind of like creating different looks. And because it's been a while since I've really done that, I feel like a lot of my makeup palettes just aren't super colorful, and I needed some new stuff to play with, which is why I placed the order on Colourpop. I know that there's been quite a few haul videos on this channel recently, so I really hope that you guys don't mind, but I do know that a lot of you guys enjoy watching my haul videos. I actually have an Amazon haul that should be coming shortly as well. I'm just waiting on a couple more things to come in the mail. And then obviously next month I'm going to be doing my Sephora VIB sale haul, but after that, that's kind of going to be it for at least the next few months. So enjoy these haul videos while they're here. I'm going to have links for everything listed down below, but yeah, let's just jump into it. I feel like this intro was long enough. I think I want to start with Cosmetics first, just because like I said, I've never actually ordered from them before. If you guys didn't know, Cosmetics is actually Michelle Phan's makeup brand, and Michelle was truly one of the first beauty content creators that I ever watched on YouTube who really inspired me to start my own channel. I know that she inspired so many, so my story is not unique in any way, but I just remember watching her way back in the day, and she's truly like such an OG. I have so much respect for her. Now she has this incredible makeup brand. I would say price-wise, it's definitely like a little bit more up there. It's very comparable to like prices that you would see at Sephora. They're not unreasonable, at least in my opinion, but they're certainly not like drugstore prices. However, like I said, I've just seen a ton of TikTok content recently of people showing their favorite cosmetic products, and I have been blown away by the quality. There's definitely a few other things that I want to pick up as well, but I was like, okay, Ruby, like you do not need to be spending all your money at once. So I started with what like really piqued my interest and what was at the top of my list. I actually only bought complexion products from Cosmetics, and then from Colourpop, I bought mostly eye stuff and then one lip item. But up first, I picked up their Sunscape highlighter, and this is in the color Clarity. I love this gorgeous, super minimalistic packaging. I really am obsessed with it. Here's the actual compact, and then obviously you have the name and the product on the back. I love that this compact has a magnetic closure before getting into the actual product. To me that is so luxe. Okay, and then here is what the actual highlighter looks like. That is stunning. So I believe that the shade Clarity is the lightest shade that they offered. It's a really beautiful kind of like pearlescent champagne color, very much up my alley. A shade like this can work when I'm both self-tanned and when I'm not self-tanned, like currently I have zero tan going on. Okay, these are what I specifically keep seeing on my TikTok, and they just keep calling my name. These are all from their So Soft collection. So they have blush sticks and bronzer sticks from this collection, and they're supposed to be just a super easy to work with, blends like a dream formula. Literally everyone who's used these have been like, oh, I'm excited to see how soft these really are, and then they apply them to the skin and they're like, okay, that's the softest formula I've ever tried. And it's interesting because actually, as far as bronzing and contouring goes, I love a powder product. You guys know that. I love a liquid product. A stick bronzer slash stick contouring product is the one formula that I have yet to find a brand who I truly love. And so I don't know, I'm really hoping this will kind of like change my mind when it comes to like stick bronzers and stick contouring products. So this is the So Soft Multi-Play Bronze and Sculpt. And then I picked mine up in the shade Summer, which again is the lightest. I was debating between this and then the second lightest, but the second lightest was a little bit too cool toned for what I particularly like. And so while this might not be the most dramatic like bronzing product for me, I think I'm gonna like the color much better. It says that this is so soft, you can literally blend this out with your fingertips, a sponge, or a brush. I'm very excited to test this out. So here's what that looks like, and then you just open it up like so. You pop the little cap off. It's a twist up, as you can see, and then that reveals the bronzing stick. There's a better view of what the color looks like, but yeah, super excited for this. Obviously, I'm excited for everything in this haul video, or else I wouldn't have spent my money on it, but I'm very excited for this. And then I picked up 2 of the So Soft blushes. I had to pick up 2. You guys know I'm obsessed with blushes, and there were just also so many different shades to choose from. So I picked up the colors Pearl Tea and Lychee. I wanted to get something a little bit brighter for the spring and then something more neutral, because you guys know I'm obsessed with my super nude blushes. So let's start with Pearl Tea, because like I said, this is the more like brown neutral blush. Super cute. The blush compact is pink, so that way you can like differentiate between this and the bronzing stick. Okay, this is so pretty. Very much up my alley. So this is what Pearl Tea looks like. And then this is Lychee, which I think is a bit more of like a coral shade, but also with like some pink undertones to it. I'm hoping it's not too orange. Oh, no, this is beautiful. So this is like a very creamy, kind of like peachy shade. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this. Okay, and lastly, how could I not place an M Cosmetics order without trying out one of the infamous Color Drops Serum blushes? I have seen these everywhere. You guys know cream and liquid blushes have been my thing recently, and I have such high hopes for this, you guys. I really hope that I like this blush. If I don't, I feel like I'm gonna be one of the only people on earth who like doesn't like this formula, because everyone who's tried it has just like raved about it. But so excited about this. So I picked mine up in the color Rose Milk, and then here's what the box looks like. If you guys follow any other beauty people on YouTube, I'm sure somebody that you follow has already talked about this. So while this is definitely a liquid blush in the sense of like that's the consistency of it, it's not like any other liquid blush you've ever tried. It literally says this serum blush uses a lightweight gel-based formula to provide sheer, buildable coverage with each drop. It's formulated with squalane, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E. It's supposed to give you a super dewy, very fresh look. But here's what the color Rose Milk looks like. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. And then the way that you like dispense the product is it has this little, I don't want to get this all over my pants, but it has this little dropper. This is such a pretty color. It's a very like neutral pink. That's how I would describe it. Gorgeous for the spring and summer. I cannot wait to try this out. Okay, so that is everything that I ordered from M Cosmetics. Now let's get into what I ordered from Colourpop. So like I said, it's literally been years since I placed an order from Colourpop, but I still follow them on all their socials. I love their collections that they constantly come out with. They're truly like the queen of collections and collaborations, and it's really amazing to see just like how much they've grown and kind of the makeup empire that they've built. I remember when I used to order from them like a lot, they were still really growing. They weren't coming out with like tons of collections at once, and people were still kind of like, what's Colourpop? Like, I've heard about it, but I don't really know it. And now everybody knows it. And since then, obviously, so many new products have come out, so I wanted to pick things up. Now, I will say, despite the fact that they wrapped everything really well, a couple things did come a little broken. I don't think that's Colourpop's fault. This package was also delayed, so I have a feeling that the like actual shipping service maybe kind of like was a little bit too rough with this box. Everything is still usable. Nothing is like too crazy broken, but obviously like that's something that you kind of have to risk when ordering makeup. Let's start with the one product that isn't an eye product. I wanted to try out one of their Luxe Lip Oils, because you guys know I am obsessed with lip oils. I really do feel like they are one of the makeup products, not just in 2021, but in 2022 as well. And so I wanted to see what their formula was like. Obviously, Colourpop is super affordable, so if I could find another affordable lip oil to recommend to you guys, that's always a bonus. So like I said, this is their Luxe Lip Oil, and I picked up mine in the shade Smirk. Very cute packaging. Again, it's amazing like how far Colourpop has come since ordering from them last. Okay, this is such a cute color. I don't know about the formula, but I'm so glad I picked this color up. This is a super pretty, like slightly cooler tone pink with like, I don't know, a little bit of a mauve-y undertone, I guess. Now, on the website, it looked like these are pretty sheer, so I'm not expecting a ton of color, but this is really cute. Let's take a look at the applicator, because I actually, okay, so it's not super big. It's actually a little on the smaller side, which I don't particularly love for any sort of glosses or lip oils, but that's okay. As long as the formula is killer, I don't really care. It has like a slight vanilla-y scent, but nothing major. But yeah, super cute. Can't wait to try this out. We'll definitely let you know my thoughts. With all the playing around with makeup that I've been doing recently, I'm actually running really low on my eye primer or my eyeshadow primer. Typically, I use the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but I wanted to see if Colourpop had an eyeshadow primer, which they did. So I picked this up. This is the, what is this called? The Party Proof Eye Primer in the shade Translucent. I think they had 3 different shades and I picked up the lightest. Here's what the packaging looks like. Very cute. I will say Colourpop always delivers on the packaging. It has a little doe foot applicator, very similar to the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Now I will say right off the bat, this formula maybe seems like a tad drying, or maybe there's not a lot in the tube, but there's like barely anything on the wand. Okay, you know what? I lied. I kind of had to warm this up in my hands first. But now, yeah, now I'm definitely getting more on the applicator. I think a lot of the product was stuck like farther up in the tube, so I just kind of had to like mold it with my fingers, and now we're good to go. Okay, so I'm very excited about this, but at first I was a little worried. This is gonna sound so weird, but I've been super into mint green eyeshadow recently. It's just a color that I think is super fun for the spring, and Colourpop does actually have an entire like mint green palette. As cute as that palette was though, there were just other palettes that I had my eye on and kind of wanted more, and so rather than getting an entire mint green palette, I just wanted to pick up a mint green Super Shock eyeshadow. These are fantastic. I remember even the first time I ordered from Colourpop, I was blown away by the quality of these. And I know that people still absolutely rave about these, so I'm very excited to have another one in my collection again. So this is in the shade Mint For You, and I believe this was like a part of like their latest collection. I don't really remember, but I do know that it has slightly different packaging. Yeah, and also I believe the actual like containers are usually white versus this is light pink. But yeah, it's a super pretty like mint green with almost some like gold reflex in it. Maybe I'm making that up, but I think I see a little gold. So pretty though. I've been loving using a color like this and either just doing a little pop of color right in the inner corner or doing a very light wash of a color like this all across the lid with a little black wing. I think it's such a cute little look for spring. Looking at this Super Shock shadow though, it is bringing back like so many high school memories of just like, I don't know, like going over the Colourpop website and looking at everything and wanting to order everything. So cute though. And then everything else that I picked up are actual eyeshadow palettes. I am particularly excited for these because I have never tried a Colourpop eyeshadow palette before, because I believe the last time I ordered from them, which again was years ago, they didn't even have palettes at that point. But like I said, I've been blown away by the quality that I've been seeing online recently, and it was so hard to pick which palettes I was gonna like take home with me or purchase, I guess. But I ended up going with 3. All 3 are very different. They have very different purposes. I can create very different looks with all of these. The first palette that I picked up is the Honey palette. If you've been watching me for a few years, then you would remember a couple years back, I think it was like the first year I moved to New York City, I did an eyeshadow look that was based on all yellow shadows and then a black wing. I don't know, I feel like yellow shadows, especially for brunettes like myself, look killer, and I've really been wanting to get back into that look. So I love this palette because it is all yellows. Different shades of like yellows and gold. Very fun for the spring and summer. Here's the back of the cardboard packaging. It has all the color names listed, and then that's the front. Now, unfortunately, when I opened this last night, because this package got here last night, the palette itself is fine, but the mirror fell out. However, the mirror is not broken. So I'm actually gonna go buy some super glue tonight and just like glue it back in, no problem. I'm very thankful that the mirror didn't shatter and like get into the eyeshadow or anything like that. I'm gonna hold the mirror so that this doesn't fall right in front of me. But here's what the actual palette looks like. Is this not stunning? Look at all of these shades, especially this middle one right here. I think this is called Palooza. This like pressed glitter. Colourpop definitely did not have a glitter formula the last time I ordered from them, so I am very excited to try this. Yeah, this is stunning. And although it's an all yellow palette, there's so much that you can do with this. Like no 2 shades look exactly the same. I love a monochromatic eye moment, a monochromatic palette moment, so I'm so excited to use this. So I knew that I also wanted to pick up some sort of like pastel palette, because I remember last year, but also this year as we slowly enter the spring, I feel like cute little pastel eye looks have really been the moment. There's a way to do it where it's super wearable. There's also obviously a way to do it where it's a much more like colorful in your face look. And so I wanted to find a palette where I could really do both. And so that's why I picked this next one up. This is the In a Trance palette. I love the tie-dye theme. I think this is so cute. I watched quite a few reviews on this palette because I don't know why, but I was a little worried that these colors would maybe be a little chalky and difficult to work with, but everybody who reviewed this said that this is one of their favorite Colourpop palettes, hands down. Here's what the actual palette looks like. You get the tie-dye on the back, but the front is just light purple. Here are what the shadows look like. So you get tons of different finishes, obviously quite a few different colors. It's very focused around pinks, purples, and blues. You get a pressed glitter here right in the middle, so very similar to the yellow palette that I just showed you guys. So cute though, and really fun for spring. I'm so excited to play with this. Finally, lastly but certainly not least, I wanted to get one of the larger eyeshadow palettes from Colourpop, and I knew I wanted it to be something that was like a little bit more wearable. I didn't want like a huge palette from them that was all like crazy colors. I wanted it to be something that I could really use every day, but also for like a really glam moment. And I wanted it to be different than anything else that I currently have in my makeup collection. So I ended up going with this one. This is the Rock Candy Pressed Powder Palette. I believe this is pretty new to Colourpop because when I was looking up reviews and tutorials using this, I think the oldest video I could find of somebody using this palette was like 2 months ago, so I believe it's a pretty new release. This packaging is so cute. Obviously, this is just the box. And then you have all the color names on the back. Here's the actual palette. It has that texture embossed on it, really cool. So the good thing is none of the shadows in this palette actually broke, but I think from being tossed around, one of the softer shades did like become unpressed a little bit, but I was able to literally just use my finger and like press the shadow back into place. So I think we're all good, and honestly it looks fine to me. But are you guys ready? Here is what the palette looks like. This is so pretty. Like, are you kidding me? This is a gorgeous palette. There's literally so much you can do with this. Like I said, tons of really beautiful everyday shades in here, but also you could do a really glam smoky eye moment. What I like about this though, and why this is different from anything else that I own at the moment, is it's definitely more on like the cooler tone side. I have so many warm tone neutral eyeshadows. I do not need another warm tone palette. Don't get me wrong, I will always be more of a warm tone gal, but I think for more glam moments or in the spring, cooler tone looks can be really pretty. I just never found a palette with a colorway that like I really love and makes me want to purchase until this. There is just something about this palette and the colors that are just gorgeous. Like, you could do a super easy everyday look with like one of these matte shades here and then throw one of the lighter like shimmer shades across the lid. I feel like that would be really stunning, super easy. And then like I said, you could go down here and create something really smoky, really glam. This would also be really pretty for the winter. Obviously we're coming out of the winter right now, but I feel like this is a palette that I'm just going to love. Ugh, so pretty though. I cannot wait to use this. You guys definitely have to let me know if you want to see tutorials with this palette or any of the products that I featured in today's haul. But yeah, so like I said, this is the Rock Candy palette. Really recommend it. Obviously I haven't tried it out yet, but I love the colorway. And there you guys have it. That wraps up my makeup haul, everything that I picked up from M Cosmetics and Colourpop. I really hope that you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And again, click that subscribe button down below. We're trying to reach 7K. That is the next goal here for this channel. Be sure to also follow me on all of my other social media networks: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Clubhouse. Check out my Amazon shop. Check out my Like to Know It page. I love you guys so much. I hope that you all are staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon in my next video. Okay? Bye, everybody.